Hi, everybody. It's Farnoosh Torabi, financial expert, and I wanted to jump in and just offer some advice and hope for everybody who is struggling financially. We know this health panic has quickly turned into a financial nightmare for so many of us. We've lost our jobs, we are facing medical bills, and we're stuck. We didn't prepare for this, and who could have anticipated something of this level happening and having such a huge domino effect on so many businesses and families. So wanted to come in here and offer some of my best immediate tips. There's still so much that is within our control. There are still choices that we can make for ourselves and for the safety and protection of our families. If you have lost your job, or if you've had your hours cut back, even if you've been furloughed, your company has said, look, we can't pay you right now, go home, we'll keep you on the company benefits, and hopefully we'll see you back here in June. That's not technically unemployed, but it's worth now going to your state's unemployment website and applying for unemployment benefits, because you have a gap. You have an income gap right now, and that's what unemployment is for. And the good news is that now, because of the $2 trillion stimulus plan, there are more people that can potentially qualify for unemployment who wouldn't have before. People like freelancers, gig workers, like people who drive Lyft and Uber, and people who, have businesses and didn't maybe have a way to get their state's unemployment, now potentially can. And so go to your state's unemployment website. You can go online and just search your state's name plus the word unemployment. And typically that first search result will lead you to the right website and start applying. There is going to be a wait, and it's going to be a not fun process, but it is the best way to fill in your income gap right now. Yes, you could go out there and apply for jobs, but a lot of companies have hiring freezes, and we're home now. So if you're used to working out and about, this could be a difficult period for you. So sometimes the best way is to just sit back and collect that unemployment check as you start to think about your next steps. All right, next thing I want everyone to do is to negotiate your bills, right? So if you've got rent, if you've got a mortgage, if you've got car insurance, cable, all of it, I want you to call every single recurring biller, everyone that bills you every month, call them and be honest about your circumstance and ask for relief. Ask for an alternative to what you've been paying. In some cases, we've seen credit card companies defer payments. So they say, okay, forget March, April, May. Starting in June, we'll pick it up again and we'll tack on your balance to, whatever your amount is by then. It might be a bit of a shock at that point, but hey, in the meantime, it's giving you some breathing room, right, to kind of keep your head above water. And same thing goes with your landlord. We know that anecdotally, a lot of people are calling their landlords, or landlords proactively reaching out to their tenants and saying, we know that this is a hard time. Let's skip the month of April and May and come back in June and talk about renegotiating your lease. This is not a guarantee, but it's worth the phone call. We know that some cities and some states are actively creating moratoriums around evictions. So if you're feeling like your landlord's just not negotiating with you, not returning your phone calls, you would want to look up your city or your state's eviction laws. Read your lease contract again very closely to understand what your rights are as a tenant. Can they evict you that month? Probably not. It might take a process. So if you're willing to take that risk, that's what, unfortunately, where we are right now is that those are the things that we are considering, because the money just isn't here. And we want to keep a roof over our heads, and we can't go outside. So flexibility is really important on all parts right now. But to be proactive is one of your best defenses in this economy, and to ask for help. Saving your money, obviously, we wish we had saved more before something like this would have happened, but here we are. So there are things that we're just not spending our money on right now, and hopefully you're seeing that savings, and you're able to put that savings aside, right? We're not going out to eat as much. We're not spending money on the incidentals, the coffees. Like, basically your receipt every week or every month reads like this, like food, toilet paper, I don't even know, internet, so that's probably a good thing. A silver lining right now is that we're being forced to save in some ways, but what else can you do to save? And looking at your budget from the last 2 months and finding those line items that just don't make sense right now. Like if you have a gym membership and you're still paying into that, you shouldn't. And you should call and ask for a freeze on that. If you've been paying for office space that you're not able to go to, call your landlord, call the management office and ask, wait, what are you doing for the tenants who cannot physically go and work in this space? Can we get a credit for the next few months when everything is back to normal? Or can we get at least a bit of a discount or something else that you can do for us? And so there's no black or white right now. Everything is extremely fluid. Everything is kind of up for negotiation. But again, it's not to sound like a broken record, but it's important to be in the driver's seat of those conversations, because the best kind of financial help is the kind that just arrives, no questions asked. Here's some money, here's a discount. But we know that the reality is we have to be the ones to go out there and be our biggest financial advocates. And I would say also that if you have resources like someone at Dress for Success, the community, to latch on to ask for help, ask for resources, ask for guidance, do that. There is absolutely no shame in this. We're all in the same boat. We are in this together. A rising tide lifts all boats. And so I wish everybody health first and foremost, and financial health, and that we stay connected and you remember that you're not alone. And I wish you better days ahead.